You know, I haven't hit you people in the head with Jim Cornette content in a long time. I have one of the greatest series ever. Perhaps my greatest series on this channel, The Stupidity of Jim Cornette. And the stupidity of Cornette is wrapped up in the stupidity of AEW. Oh, it certainly is. This was comical. Now, this one, I'm not going to count this in the series of the stupidity of Cornette. This is in the stupidity of AEW and the stupidity of Marks. Hit the like button, share this video, subscribe to this channel. This tickled me. Now, apparently, because the internet is full of fruitcakes and trolls and people who never had a fight in their life, people who've never spoken to a woman in their life, but and this type of person went out of their way to do this. Now, anyone who's been following current trash alleged wrestling, you would know of Jim Cornette's his disdain for AEW. Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, he turned on Jericho. We always remember Cornette's an atheist piece of trash. He's short-tempered because he's short-dicked. And oh no, XDN, no, I seen Cornette. He's packing. Yeah, he has a Louisville Slugger. Yeah, you fruitcakes would know the size of Cornette. Anyway, but the man has an affinity for Luciferianism, Memphis wrestling program history, and Wendy's. Anyway, Cornette, he's I haven't, I don't check in on him, I don't follow him, I don't listen to him, he's an idiot. But I'm going to assume that he's a typical old, crusty cracker. So he's probably still ranting on AEW every week. He hates AEW, yet he keeps buying the pay-per-views. He doesn't realize you can just stream it for free. You can get a link. This idiot, you don't like the company, but you're actually giving them your money. What an idiot. Anyway, so one of the AEW marks, they went out of their way and they printed up, they photoshopped, they created a fake press release, and the press release was supposed to be AEW publicly banning Cornette from their events. You know how they banned Hogan and his wife or something? Didn't they ban Flair, but then they signed him? I don't know. The hypocrisy, the picking and choosing. AEW banned Hogan. Trust me, Hulk Hogan, he never cared to be in AEW. So once again, Mark's always thinking they have some great influence. They never do. But some AEW Mark printed up a press release, and that'll be in the thumbnail of this video. And the press release says it says for internal release only, confidential. So it's a press release that only goes to people in the company. Okay, it's a press release. Press means it goes out to like people in public who like publish things. But it says internal. Like, what the hell? It says for internal release only, Jacksonville, Florida, April 30th, 2025. All Elite Wrestling has always been about inclusivity, that means rainbow, passion, that means rainbow erotic behavior, and elevating the art of professional wrestling. These idiots are so bad. These idiots think what they do is art. No. Art is drawing money. Art is having a great heated feud. Art is you captivate an audience. Art is not Orange Cassidy kicking you in the shins. Art is not Ricochet and Osprey doing a ballet match and then telling Vader he's wrong for his proper criticism. This is not art. This is trash. Over the years, it reads, over the years, we AEW have extended 14 cordial invitations to legendary wrestling personality Jim Cornette to attend AEW events. Right there is right there gives it away. This is trolling and comedy. It says over the years we've extended 14 invitations. Why did this person pick 14? Why not 13? Why not 15? What's 14? Is that how many rackets Cornette has broken? Is that how many Wendy's triples Cornette's had in the last year? 14 invitations that we've given to Jim Cornette to attend our events, all of which he has publicly declined. While we respect differing opinions, that's while we respect differing opinions, that's more comedy. That is more comedy. AEW and their company, their audience, we respect differing opinions. I got a drink on that one. Hold on. Did you hit the like button? Hold on. Good Lord. Hold on. Mm, mm, mm. That tastes just like Dixie Carter. Both of them. It says, while we respect differing opinions, I'm howling of laughter. Mr. Cornette's persistent public criticism of AEW, women's wrestling, and wrestlers of a smaller stature. I mean, this is comedy. A real press release would never say. it says Mr. Cornette's persistent public criticism of AEW, his criticism of women's wrestling, his criticism of smaller wrestlers in stature, combined with his extreme political views, expressed political views. You know he's a Democrat, right? Actually, Cornette's a Republican. He's pretending to be a Democrat, but his extreme political views. That means blacks, Muslims, and rainbow people. Expressed on social media and his podcast has made it clear that his presence would be disruptive to our community of fruitcakes and values. What values? You promote transvestites as your women's champion. You have no values. This company's an abomination. Values. Oh my God. This is pure comedy. Effective immediately, Jim Cornette is no longer welcome at AEW events. This is funny as hell. What Mark went out of the way to write this? What Mark, man? This is comedy. It goes on. Furthermore, it says, we remain focused on delivering. Oh, more comedy. Oh, it never. Did Jim Carrey write this? Did Eddie Murphy write? Did Paul Mooney pen this from the grave? Did another atheist, George Carlin, did he climb out of his grave and write this? The next line is comedy. We remain focused on delivering world-class wrestling to our fans. Man, somebody passed me a pistol. Oh my God. It says, I'm thrilled to announce, because this is supposed to be written in this is from Tony Khan. So the person cosplaying, this person who wrote this is cosplaying as Tony Khan. So it says, I'm thrilled to announce that our upcoming pay-per-view, Double or Nothing, on May 25th, this is last month, or whatever, promises to be possibly the greatest wrestling pay-per-view of all time. This is just comedy. Double or Nothing promises to possibly be the greatest wrestling pay-per-view of all time. Yeah. Oh yeah. It outdid WrestleMania 17, 19. It outdid SummerSlam 02. Yeah, I'm sure it did. All 13 people who bought it, including Cornette. In all of history, adding to the excitement, President Donald Trump will be in attendance. Okay, the comedy. This is supposed to be written in the perspective of Tony Khan and AEW marks. But in the last paragraph, it says Cornette's extreme political views. But then it mentions Trump will be there. This is completely backwards in every line. This is tremendous comedy. What comedian wrote this? What Def Comedy Jam? What Comic View comic? Did Joe Claire do this? Who wrote this trash? President Donald Trump will be in attendance, joining fans for what will be an unforgettable night. We can't wait to see you there. Tony Khan, President, All Elite Wrestling. This is hilarious. And then Cornette, the idiot, he responded to this on his podcast because he's running out of content. He says, it's cute, and somebody, they mocked it up and everything to where it looks like one of their press releases. People gloss over. They don't read with attention. They just kind of scan for words like they like. That's his response. His response was ranting about nothing. This was comedy. Let me read the comments from some more marks. One comment says, Jim Cornette was originally offered a job in AEW before it launched, and he rejected the offer right after talking to Tony Khan about his vision. Okay, I don't think that's what happened. I don't think he was ever offered a job. He was talking to Tony Khan before the company launched, but I don't believe he was ever offered a job. Let's see here. This person, this neckbeard, this incel says Cornette praises wrestlers he has worked with in the past and likes. If someone in that small subset is doing something stupid, he blames booking and production. Otherwise, everyone's an idiot. That said, there's a lot to bash, justifiably. Some redneck. So another mark says Cornette's always been an a-hole. And that's what his friends say. Now another mark says, not content with criticizing AEW for listeners, he's now critiquing made-up AEW stuff for listeners. Riveting. Old dead animals, stuff about his mama, how much he hates Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, and how little he thinks of Tony Khan. Have I missed anything out? Or have I left anything out? This person is talking about Cornette's whole podcast is just criticizing AEW. I think he does talk about mowing his lawn, but whatever. But Jim Cornette gets trolled by AEW, and that was moderately funny. I don't know who put this up. I'm tickled by it. What are your thoughts on this? That someone would actually go out of the way to make a fake press release and actually put it out, and it got attention. I'm tickled by this. Was Double or Nothing the greatest pay-per-view in wrestling history? I'm sorry. I didn't even know it happened before, during, after. I never even heard anything about it. So the greatest pay-per-view ever, where Trump was supposed to be there and Cornette is banned. I guess it had that big of an impact. What are your thoughts on this? Someone going this far just to troll Cornette. It is kind of funny, but it is kind of like you're a loser. But I mean, if you're an AEW fan, you are a loser. But there's no debate about that. Leave a comment below in your thoughts. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to this channel. If you enjoy this content, you could donate to the Cash App. If you have a video request, you could also donate to the Cash App. The Cash App is $XDN Online. Follow me on Instagram at XDN Online. And AEW. It's got to be at its lowest point. No one can possibly take it seriously unless you're completely brain dead. It's just an indie with television. AEW is the new TNA. It's a bigger budget TNA. With that said, XDN wins. Forget who you thought won. XDN wins, and that is it.